Well, hello there my little goldies, and welcome back to the sanctuary, welcome to my channel, and welcome to another video. So today's video is going to be a good old color and gab, old school style. I don't know how long it's been since we have done one of those, let me tell you, but yeah, I thought it was high time that we do one. So we're going to turn the camera around in just a minute and I'll show you the coloring page we're going to work on and the pencils and stuff. But before I actually get into that, I'm going to just tell you, like I always do when we do these things, just so you know, I am visually impaired, and so I have to get pretty close to the work so I can see what I am doing. And now that I'm recording this in my sanctuary, I think I can angle the camera a little differently, but I just wanted to let you guys know that just in case my head does get in the way, because, you know, with having to get pretty close to the work, sometimes my head does get in the way. So just wanted to give you fair warning about that, because I'm telling you, I don't know how many times, like, I have actually said this warning time and again, time and time again on a video, and I still get somebody that says, your head's in the way. Well, yeah, no kidding, right? But I always feel like I have to give the warning anyway. But we're going to play with the camera angle now that I am on my new table here and see if we can maybe eliminate some of that. So we're going to see how it goes, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get the camera turned around and let's get to coloring. Alright guys, so what we are going to go ahead and work on today for our page is in this Infinite Designs coloring book. And this is a Dover Publications, and I'm sorry I'm not getting this in the entire screen. I'm on my tabletop tripod right now, and I think this is probably going to be the best to do like these coloring pages because I can really get it down there. But anyway, here's what the book looks like, and then I have my light turned on. And so we're going to go ahead and be working on this page here, which is actually what I showed you as my current coloring page in another video, but I thought we would just go ahead and keep working on this today. And we're going to be using these Koh-i-Noor Polycolor pencils. So I have them in this case right here. And so we're just going to keep working on where I had left off as I was doing this. Let's see, try to get organized just a little bit. Okay, so let me situate the camera here. Let me see here. And I'm hoping that this is going to show up pretty well. Let's see. I'm just going to, okay. So, whoops, there goes my shavings. All right, let's hope that we can get it this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of go where we left off this, well, actually I'd been doing this quite a bit off camera, obviously, you know, because I'd been working on this, but anyway, so we're just going to kind of keep going on this here, and hopefully we can get this pretty good. And we have an Alex here in the room, so I'm in my sanctuary doing this. If you haven't been able to tell, I am on my long table. But anyway, so it's been a really long time since we did a color and gab, and I'm just hopefully gonna make sure that we can see. Okay, so it's been a really long time since we have done a color and gab. And I know I kind of miss doing them, but I'll tell you what, like, I don't know, like, for a while, I hadn't really been in the mood to just sit down and just color for a time. I mean, I've been wanting to, but the thing of it is like, we've been busy just kind of doing, you know, some decluttering stuff and, you know, some stuff around here. Obviously, we were doing my sanctuary, you know, fix up, and then we did get done with hubby's room, and I still have those videos to post of the progress and stuff that we made there. But and then also, you know, we've been just working on some decluttering stuff as well. And with that said, it's really been hard to like, when I want to sit down and color, I don't want to get like interrupted like every 5 minutes, you know. So it's been kind of hard because you know, when you're in the middle of doing stuff and then, you know, somebody needs to talk to you, you know,
it can get really distracting. But anyway, so I'm hoping that we will be able to get some decent progress done on this picture. And yeah. So what's everybody been up to? Have you guys been doing a lot of coloring lately? You know, being under like lockdown and stuff the way we've been, I mean, things are kind of easing up a little bit, but I don't know, like the numbers just of the thing that's going on. I'm not going to mention the virus because, well, I mean, I'm not going to mention like what it's called, because I heard that, and I don't know if YouTube is still doing this, but I heard that YouTube was removing videos from people who had been naming the thing like by name, because of some, I guess, wrong information that had been given out some time back. So I'm calling it The Thing, which is what I've been calling it here on my videos. But you know, being under lockdown and stuff, it's a really good time to color. Like if you can do it without getting like interrupted, because like, you know, when you're home, like let's say you're not working, you know, from if you're home like from your job, if you're kind of home constantly, and if you live with other people, then chances are they're going to be home too. And so when you have people around you constantly, it can get really distracting because somebody always wants something, you know. Like if you're a mom, you know, and like let's say your kids are home. Well, I mean, with it being the summer, your kids are home from school anyway. But you know, let's say like if you're a mom and you know, your kids are home and it's really hard to sit down and color because it's like mom, or you know, like let's say you know, your boyfriend is home with you all the time, and oh, I need blah 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 blah, you know, and it can get really hard. It can get really distracting when you're trying to sit down and color. So, and when I color, I kind of like to be in the zone. But yeah, I've been kind of in a coloring funk lately. I mean, I have been doing other stuff. Like I said, we've been trying to get some stuff done around the house here, and I have been crocheting a bit. And I've been, you know, just trying to, well, I will say that, I've been making a lot of videos, like, while we've been under lockdown, but since, like, right, I don't know, like, this week, you know, maybe a few days ago is, like, the first chance I've had to, well, I shouldn't say the first chance I've had to make videos, but the first chance I've chosen to make videos because, and I will say it again, you've heard me say it in a few videos already, but I lost my Caleb a couple weeks ago, and so when that happened, it's like I really didn't have the desire to make videos because like I feel like I was crying like every 5 seconds, and I don't like to cry on camera. You know, I'm sure a lot of people would understand, but I don't like to cry, period, but because you know what, like when I cry, like I get a headache, especially like if I ugly cry, and cry hard and that I get a headache and my nose stops up. Like I have bad sinuses and my nose stops up. But so I don't like to cry, period, but I definitely don't like to cry on camera. So yeah, I kind of felt like, and I just didn't have the heart to make videos. Like I kind of let it slide, even though I had like tons of stuff here that I needed to film. Like I got, at the time of this filming here, and today is actually July 31st. Now I made like a little intro to this video because like I kind of prettied myself up, you know, and I had, you know, some nice makeup on and stuff, and so I kind of made like a little intro to this video a couple days ago, but I let a couple days slide, and I'll tell you why. So between the little intro and to me actually sitting down to color, it's been a couple of days, but yeah, this week has been, it's like the first opportunity I have chosen to actually make videos because, like before, like I said, I've been crying like every 5 seconds, and I didn't want to cry on camera, and I wasn't feeling it, you know, guys. And, you know, when you sustain a loss like that, it kind of really puts you into a tailspin, I will say. So, even though I had like tons of stuff stacked up here to film, like, I still have my, and I filmed these, like I filmed, I have like 2 more Ipsy videos to upload, and I did film them. I did film them and I did edit them, but I'm trying to kind of spread it out a little bit, but I do have those to upload. I have an Avon haul for you guys to film. And I have, I'm going to make a video where I'm going to try on some dresses that I just got. And I normally don't make fashion videos or anything like that, and I normally don't try on clothes on YouTube or anything, but I thought, you know, first time for everything, you know, just kind of maybe keep, you know, maybe just do some different stuff on here and, you know, see how well received it is. And you guys have probably seen that I started doing some like makeup things on here, like I said, my Ipsy subscriptions, and I showed some Avon, and I showed some makeup that I got from Amazon a few weeks back. So if you want more makeup videos, tell me, you know, let me know. Hopefully that will gain some interest. But I don't know, I kind of feel like, you know, because this channel is called Share and Sanctuary, I wanted to share with you guys other things that I enjoy. And, you know, like I said, well, it isn't like I said, but you guys know I love the coloring, obviously. We've done some crochet stuff and, you know, other stuff like that, journaling things. But I wanted to share with you guys, you know, some other stuff I enjoy too. And so I hope you guys will find it interesting, and you know, we'll see how it goes, and you know, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so what's everybody been up to? Have you guys been coloring anything special lately? Like I said, this here is the page that I am currently working on at the moment. And I actually started this like some months back. Like I started it and then just I put it aside and just never continued it. But yeah, now we're just kind of getting back into this. I'm just trying to make sure that we are in frame so that we can see. I hope we can. But I really like this setup in here, you guys, because I have my little light, and it's a lot brighter to see in here than it was on my kitchen table, because that's where I was filming before, it was on my kitchen table. And I feel like I can see quite a bit better in here with a brighter light, especially when, now I always had to make my coloring videos kind of during the day, because again, even with the lights on in there, it got really hard to see, you know, especially when it started to get dark. So I kind of feel like doing it like this, like on my long table with my little light and stuff, and I do have an overhead light, and I do have a ceiling light in here, but I kind of feel like I can see quite a bit better in here, and that I would actually be able to make some coloring videos in the evening, should I wish, you know, should I get the hankering to do that and just be able to do things in here that I want to do. So yeah, I love my room. I love my sanctuary. Now, I did do a room tour when we actually got it done, and so you guys can kind of go back on my channel and look at that. Yeah, so make sure you guys do that. And I can link that video in the description section. And, you know, a room like this it's always a work in progress, because you're always changing stuff up, and you're always like, you know, redoing the drawers. You're always maybe, you know, changing out supplies and things like that. You're always, you know, kind of working on something like that. So, I will kind of give you guys like progress reports, like if I change anything up like majorly or whatever, you know, I'll give you guys progress reports and stuff, you know, but yeah. So, but I love this room. And I love having a long table to work on, because I can have stuff kind of at my disposal next to me. Yeah, I really like it. I really like it. And I mean, it's a dream come true to have something like this. It really is. It's such a dream come true to have something like this. So I am tickled pink. I will tell you that. I am so tickled pink. So what I'm doing with this is I just have like a couple of different like reds and oranges, and I'm just kind of shading the circles. I've colored some of them, and then I've kind of done like every other one in other colors and stuff. Like you can kind of see the green and stuff there, but these geometric patterns, you know, it's just kind of interesting to just play. You know, it's just interesting to just be able to play. And I had to check the time on my camera because like this thing always like shuts off on me after like every 29 minutes. And so it is a bit of a pain when that happens. It's a pain when that happens, but you know, we deal. We just have to really just, you know, keep an eye on the time to make sure that I don't have any of my footage cut off. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys the reason why it took me a couple days to actually get to the coloring, you know, compared to like when I did the little intro for this video. And the reason why is I was having major tummy troubles. Like now today, like I said, is July 31st of 2020. And I don't know what the heck was going on, but I was having just, oh gosh, like I've been having some tummy troubles lately, and it wasn't just yesterday, but I had some pretty good tummy troubles yesterday, but I've been having some tummy troubles lately. But yesterday, the night before, like on the well, technically I guess on the 29th, and it was like 2 in the morning. I don't know why these things always happen at like 2 in the morning, but I just got so nauseous. Like, I don't know. My dinner, I guess, just didn't set well, and I got so nauseous. And so I had to kind of keep close to the bathroom. And, but yeah, it wasn't pretty. And I don't think I need to go into details, but yeah, it wasn't very pretty. And I ended up feeling better, like after a while, and I was able to go back to sleep. But I don't know, these things always happen like in the middle of the night when I'm trying to sleep, you know. Ugh. But I started to feel better after, you know, after a while, and I finally got back to sleep maybe between, well, it was between like 3:30 and 4 in the morning. And but after something like that happens, like my stomach just still doesn't really feel great the next day. Like it's kind of like the aftermath, you know what I mean? It's like kind of the aftermath of the crisis, I guess, so to speak, of the storm. And I just didn't feel well. And so again, I just, you know, stayed pretty close to the bathroom because I was having other issues and stuff too, you know. So I was having tummy troubles, and Alex was having tummy troubles. Oh my gosh, like he was his stomach was, you know, wasn't doing so good either. He the day before, I believe on the 28th, like in the afternoon, he barfed up on the floor, and so thank goodness he did it on one of the throw rugs, because I took it and I just tossed it in the washer, you know, because that was just gross. So I took that and tossed it in the washer, but he still wasn't doing like real great. Like he didn't puke up anymore after that. But the next day, he had backdoor issues, and yeah, it just, oh my goodness, yeah. So I don't know, he was having trouble, and he was constantly having to go out. Like we were constantly having to let him out, and actually a couple times we didn't quite make it to the door, and he made a mess a couple of times on my floor, unfortunately. Ugh. And so I had to deal with that, and you know, top that off, you know, to my stomach not feeling so good. It just was like, ugh, you know, not a great thing. Not so great, but we got through it. He's feeling better. I'm feeling better. But yeah, and his appetite really didn't wane last night. Like, I didn't give him his full dinner ration or anything like that because I didn't want it to come up or anything, but he got it down and it stayed down and everything, but, you know, his appetite didn't falter. But yeah, I didn't want to take any chances because, you know, with the tummy not feeling so good anyway, I just didn't want to take any chances. So, it was quite the interesting day yesterday, and so we ended up, because I felt kind of okay earlier in the morning, kind of okay, so we got done with our caffeine. We have, my husband has espresso and I have cappuccino. We do that in the kitchen every morning, and so when we got done with that, we did manage to go, we have like a half a story upstairs, like in our house. There's like, most everything is downstairs here, but we do have like half a story, kind of on a second floor. And, so what we did was we needed to, clean some of that up because we had, he wanted to bring some stuff, from up there down here to put in the annex. We're calling his little man cave the annex. And I'm going to sharpen pencils here. So what I got here is, I just took one of these little containers here, and I got this, I think this is an Avon pencil sharpener. And so I'm going to just sharpen my pencils here. And I'm just going to put the shavings in this little container for the time being, and then I'll throw them away when I get done here. But so we were bringing some stuff up, or well, we did take some stuff up, and we brought some stuff down, and I keep my, and I have like, oh my gosh, like I have just a major yarn storage up there, major yarn storage up there. So we had to straighten up some of my, what I call my yarn mess. So we kind of organized that a little bit better, and we took, and I had a couple boxes of books that I wanted to store up there, and we brought some stuff down. So we worked up there for about an hour or so, and let's see, that just isn't quite doing it there. So we worked we worked up there for about an hour or so, and just kind of did some stuff up there, and then we came back, and I started just not feeling real good again. You know, I kind of started not feeling real great. So I edited a couple of videos that I'd recorded, and then I pretty much just went back to bed for the rest of the day, pretty much. Like I just wasn't feeling good. You know, it was kind of one of those icky days where you just don't feel well, you know, and that was me. Like I just did not feel very well. So I'm trying to just make sure that we can still see. So yeah, that was me. It was just a miserable day yesterday, and the funny thing was too, like when I did get back to sleep after kind of that bout of nausea that night, it was kind of a night of just whacked out dreams. Like, oh my gosh, like I was having just so many whacked out dreams. Like I had 2 whacked out dreams. And my dreams are always kind of bizarre anyway, but I mean, that night was like, man, I was so active in the dream area. But and I keep a dream journal. Like I write down my dreams. Like when I remember them, I write them down. I should do it more often. Sometimes I don't write in it regularly, but yeah, I need to do it more often. But this one dream I had, oh my gosh, like it was crazy because it was about smoking, and neither my husband nor I smoke. In fact, we can't even stand the smell. And I'm asthmatic, and that is like my #1 trigger is freaking cigarette smoke. But so anyway, the dream, we were just kind of driving down the road in the truck. He was driving the truck, and we were just sitting there talking while he was driving, and all of a sudden he whips out this pack of cigarettes, and this is my husband. He whips out this pack of cigarettes, and he sticks one in his mouth and lights up, and he starts huffing. And I'm looking at him, I'm going, what the F do you think you're doing? You know, I like really lit into him, you know. I was like, what do you think you're doing? And so he just kind of looked at me. He's like, well, what's it look like? And I'm like, but you don't smoke. Well, I do now, he says. And so, I mean, I'm getting more and more upset because it just wasn't something that we do. And just the fact, like, in the dream, like, he was just real insensitive about it and stuff, you know. So I'm getting more and more upset, and then while he's huffing away, I got my head just kind of hanging out the window, and I'm coughing up a lung, and I'm crying because I'm so freaking upset, you know. And so then it kind of flips to the next scene, you know, and you know how dreams get, like it's kind of like you go from one thing to the other, like, you know, almost instantaneously, you know. And so anyway, in the next scene, we're at some kind of like dinner party, and I don't think it was at our house. It was somewhere else that I didn't really recognize, but we were at some kind of dinner party, and there were several people kind of sitting around the table, And by this time, I mean, I am just so, I'm still just so pissed, at this point. And so I'm like, well, if you can't beat him, you're going to smoke with him. So I said, you know what, give me that damn pack of cigarettes and give me that damn lighter. So he's like, oh, do you think you're going to, oops, didn't want to do that. He's like, oh, do you think you're going to be able to do that? And I said, well, I'm going to make myself do it. So I took the cigarette and I took the lighter, I lit up, and I'm willing myself, all right, please don't cough, please don't cough, please don't cough. And so I took like a big huff and then I woke up. So it's like, I woke up and I'm going, what the hell? I'm like, what in the world was that? So that was quite the interesting thing, considering neither one of us smoke and neither one of us can really stand it, so that was quite interesting. But yeah, so, and then the next one was, and this is so funny, you guys. I mean, if you kept a dream journal and wrote your stuff down and then go back to look at it later, I mean, you will just totally just crack up at just the things that your mind comes up with when you're sleeping. So anyway, this dream was, you guys have probably heard of this carnival ride called a tilt-a-whirl, and basically it's like a barrel you sit in, and it spins you like around and around over this like surface. It's kind of hilly, the surface is kind of hilly, and it spins you around like it goes like to the left and then to the right and stuff. It really spins you around quite a bit. So anyway, in this dream, we got this home version of a tilt-a-whirl from some carny guy, and so it was 2 barrels. It was like 2 barrels, and somehow we got it hooked up in our kitchen, and it wasn't like on a surface. It was kind of, it was suspended like on these tracks, I guess, that hung from the ceiling. Now keep in mind, in this dream, I mean, our kitchen must have had to been like a giant's kitchen for this to work, but in the dream somehow it worked, and I don't know how. I mean, this would be like so impossible, architectural wise, but anyway, in this dream, we had this like home version of this tilt-a-whirl kind of suspended from the ceiling in our kitchen. And so when you wrote it, like it's in the kitchen, when you wrote it, it takes you, it kind of spins you around, obviously. And instead of like, sitting like inside a barrel, no, we were actually sitting inside a barrel. But it's suspended, like, okay, so it's suspended from the ceiling instead of being like on a track or whatever, like the normal tilt-a-whirl is. And so when you wrote it, it makes you kind of fly above it made us fly above the kitchen table. Now keep in mind, there'd be no way you could do this in a regular kitchen. I mean, these dreams are just really crazy. So keep in mind that this kitchen must have been like a giant's kitchen, very tall, very wide, very, just huge. Which our kitchen, I mean, we have a big kitchen. We have a pretty big kitchen, but it's nothing like that. So anyway, my daughter was still living with us. And, she was living with us in the dream. And so my husband didn't want to write it because he said he would get sick to his stomach. So he was the one that operated the on and off switch. We'd get on and then he'd turn it on and off. And so Annie and I, we'd get on this thing, and boy, we hooted and we hollered and we screamed, and it was so much fun. And we didn't want to give it up. So we rode and rode and rode and rode. And so then at one point in the dream, we're still on this thing, and my husband, he's like, come on, dear, we got to make dinner. I'm hungry. And I'm like, okay, 5 more minutes. And so the daughter and I we're sitting there, we're still on there just riding the thing and just hollering and hooting and carrying on like a couple of kids, and then I woke up. So, I woke up while we were still on the thing. And I woke up and I'm going, what in the world was that, So, I mean, it's kind of crazy what your mind can come up with while you are asleep. And I don't know, I guess I've always been kind of fascinated by dream interpretation, but never really dived into it, but kind of been fascinated with it, but never really dived into it because in a way I'm kind of afraid to find out what they mean because they are just so whacked out at times. But yeah. I have some very, very bizarre dreams, especially like when I don't feel well. It seems like it always happens. Like I always have bizarre dreams, but like when I don't feel well, I have very, very bizarre dreams. And especially like, do you guys notice, like, do you guys have really bizarre dreams? Like if you're running a fever, I don't think I was running a fever, but, do you guys notice that you have like really bizarre dreams if you're running a fever? Yeah, so that was kind of a crazy, crazy, crazy night. Kind of a crazy night. No lie about that. So, but yeah, I'd love to hear about some of your guys' bizarre dreams, you know, if you want to share. And sometimes these bizarre dreams can turn out really scary. Sometimes you can have some really crazy, bizarre, scary dreams. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened. Yeah. But, you know, we're still just trying to adjust to, Caleb not being here because, you know, he was part of the family. He was a big part of our lives, and, you know, I still miss that boy. I mean, it's been like 2.5. I'm trying to think. It's been almost 3 weeks now, actually. It'll be 3 weeks tomorrow that we had to take him in, but, man, I miss him. I miss him like crazy. I really do. And I'm kind of getting to where I'm not crying like every 5 minutes, but I still get really choked up at times. Like I just, you know, when I think about it, sometimes I just get really choked up, and I get really teary, and oi, 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 you know. I mean, just, you know, my heart broke the instant his stopped, and, oh gosh, it's been tough, you know. I mean, it's getting better, but it's still tough. It is still so tough. It is still so tough. And I had an experience, like, a couple of days after he died, like, I had an experience, and, I don't think I'll share it in this video, but, I'll kind of tell you guys that, the experience I had a couple of days after he passed on. I will tell you guys that, some of you may think it's going to be like, that it's going to sound pretty like, woo, woo, you know, like, it's going to, like, you may not believe in this kind of thing, but, and like I said, I'll share it another time, you know, when I kind of feel stronger to talk about it, but, I did have an experience, and it was, you know, it was so, I never experienced anything like that before. I will say that. And, but if you're interested in hearing about it, I mean, you know, tell me, and when we do, either when I do a crochet and gab or another color and gab, I'll talk about it. Or when I do like a face-to-face or something, I'll talk about it. But it's one of those things that, some people would believe in, and some people would call it like very woo-woo, you know, very kind of out there, I guess. But it's something that, it did happen, and nobody is ever gonna convince me that it didn't. Basically, he came back to visit me from the spirit world. And, if you want to hear, what actually happened, I will talk about it in another video. But yeah, it's, some of you may think it sounds crazy and stuff, but yeah, nobody's going to convince me that it didn't happen. But yeah, I think he knew I was having a tough time, and so he paid me a brief little visit from the spirit world. He did. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's been tough. It's been quite an adjustment, you know. Half of the Golden Dream team isn't, you know, doesn't walk the earth anymore. I do believe he's here watching over things, you know, but he's just not. He's not in the physical world anymore, obviously. But yeah, so half of the Golden Dream team doesn't walk, you know, no longer walks in the physical earth anymore, and that's sad, you know. But, you know, unfortunately, time does march on, and you got to kind of get on with things, and the hands of the clock still turn, even though you got a broken heart. You know how that goes, but yeah. And so we are sitting here coloring. And that's what's going on here. We're sitting here coloring today. But I will show in another video. I am working on a couple of crocheted blankets, and I got on my spinning wheel the other day, and I was working with some wool that I had, so I got on my spinning wheel the other day. So yeah. And I'm just trying to get caught up on getting some of these videos made, because like I said, I had a stack of things sitting here that needed to be filmed, and I let it pile up. I did. And actually a new Sims 4 pack came out. I believe it came out on Wednesday. Either Tuesday or Wednesday it came out. I haven't bought it yet. It's called Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack, and I haven't bought it yet, but I plan to go ahead and go in there today and get it. And I play mostly like I play a lot of Sims 3, sometimes some Sims 2, and I have to kind of be in the mood to play some Sims 4, but because you know, because like yarn crafts are kind of near and dear to my heart, you know, and even like I'm a better crocheter than I am a knitter, but you know, the fact that we do have a knitting stuff pack in The Sims finally, you know, something like that, I'm so excited about it. So I'm actually anxious to get that pack and get in there and actually play it a little bit, and you know, just kind of see, you know, because we've never had anything like that before in The Sims. We have not. And I'm just trying to hopefully keep my head out of the way as much as I can. So I'm kind of tilting myself away from the, trying to keep as far away from here as I can and still see what I'm doing, obviously. But like I said, I really love having this light here because it's so helpful. It is so helpful. So yeah, I'm anxious to play me some Sims 4 with the Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack. So I plan to either purchase it today or tomorrow. Yeah. And I have lost 36 pounds so far, so wanted to tell you guys that I've lost 36 pounds so far. I am very, very thrilled about that. Very, very thrilled about that. So, really tickled pink. My first goal is to lose 50, and I started doing this keto like last September in like 2019. Like in September 2019, I started doing the keto. And it seems to be helping. Like I've not been as strict with it as much as I should be, as much as I have been in the beginning. But I am still losing weight, so you know, I just try to be mindful of what I'm eating, and just, you know, kind of try to be careful for the most part. Now, I don't know, a few days ago I cheated and I ate too much of some stuff I shouldn't have ate, and it bloated me up. So yeah. So I'm trying to recover from that. Because that kind of showed up on the scale the other day. And so trying to recover from that. And, oh, I was so disgusted. It's like, really, really, really. I can't even cheat for one day. Oh, man. I don't know if I like these Koh-i-Noor pencils on this kind of paper. I don't know, because, like, they're not Prismacolor soft, obviously, nothing is, but it seems like I have to kind of, and I'm not pressing real hard either, but it seems like they want to wear down kind of fast on this paper. I don't know, but I mean, pretty colors, very pretty colors. And the color payoff is nice. I mean, it does color nice on here. It's just, I kind of feel like they dull out sort of quickly on this paper. So I don't know. I'll continue with them, you know, for this picture and such, but yeah. I find I like these geometric patterns. Sometimes, like, I want to color other stuff, like, obviously I like to color flowers and people, and I like to color a lot of different stuff, but I kind of find like if I really want to get in the zone, like I really like these geometrics. And yeah, I like them. And I really like seeing how the patterns on them come out, like with the different colors you choose, because like let's say you were to color the same design but different colors, I mean it can look so different, so you know, from what you did before. So I like these. A steady diet of it, no, because like I do like, as I said, I do like to color other stuff too, so I don't do these exclusively, obviously, but I do like them. I really do. I like them a lot. And I don't know if we'll get to anything else. I still have quite a few of these circles to do, but I don't want to make this video too terribly long, but we can always come back and do some more of this picture, or I might do some more off camera. I don't know. And then come back and finish it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens, but yeah. I don't know, my back and my shoulders have been kind of aching too, so I kind of don't bend over my table. I kind of don't bend over my table like as long as I used to. I don't know. I don't know, my muscles have been just really achy lately. I don't know. I'm falling apart, you guys. First of all, it's tummy troubles, and now it's muscles, and I don't know, I've just been kind of achy lately, like just ugh. And I don't know if it's just because, you know, because I've been like in the throes of like grief and some depression, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, with Caleb not being here anymore, you know, that can happen, you know, that can happen. Those of you that have had, that are animal lovers and have lost a pet, you guys know. But yeah, so that's what we are dealing with. Yahoo, that's what we are dealing with. So I'm going to try to hopefully get these circles done. We'll try to hopefully get these circles done. There's like 2 more. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Okay. So anyway, I do hope everybody's doing well and staying safe. You know, keep safe, keep healthy. We had a meeting the other day, last week. Yeah, last weekend we had an actual in-person meeting. First one we've had in so long. It felt kind of weird, actually. It did. It felt really weird because, like, we've been doing. I mean, we've had meetings and stuff before, but you know, we've been doing Zoom quite a bit because, you know, with trying to keep everybody safe and stuff. You know, it's like this is the first in-person one that we had in quite a long time, and it felt kind of strange, but it was nice. I mean, it was nice to get out for once. Because really the only place I'd been for quite a long time is when we went to get supplies at Menards for our home improvement projects and stuff. Like, we'd go to get stuff at Menards, and that was it. Like, my husband would go get stuff at the store for dinner, you know, so we could have our dinner and stuff. But as far as like any place outside of that, like, we haven't really been anywhere because, you know, we don't want to get sick. Obviously, we don't want to get sick. And the numbers are going up, you guys. Like, I mean, the numbers are going up. And, I mean, I'm afraid that we're going to end up getting shut down again. That we're going to get under restrictions again. And could be a distinct possibility, you guys. And, oh my gosh, like, people are still dying from this thing. And, my husband read an article last night. I think it was last night or yesterday, and some German Shepherd, I guess, caught this thing and died. You know, I didn't think that animals could get it. Like, now I knew that, like, let's say that somebody was infected with it and they went to pet an animal. You know, let's say they had it on their hands and they went to pet the animal, and then, like, let's say another person petted the animal. And they could get infected that way because, you know, the animal was carrying the virus and stuff, like, on the fur. But to actually get to actually come down with it themselves and die from it. I thought it was just a strictly human thing, you know, going on. But apparently, according to this article, there was some German Shepherd that caught this and died from it. That is scary, guys. I mean, that is so scary. Like, I don't want us to get it, but man, I don't want Alex to get it either, you know? Damn. I mean, you know, we just lost Caleb. I don't want anything happening to him, and I don't want anything happening to myself or the hubby either. You know, I don't want anything happening to any of us. I don't want anything happening to anybody, you know. But, I mean, this is really frightening. I mean, it's really frightening, you guys. It's, you know, I don't recall being like this freaked out over anything like this before. I mean, a few years ago, like when the swine flu or whatever was going around, and that was pretty serious, you know, and there's always some kind of flu that was always serious going around, but I mean, this is really just bad, you guys. I mean, this is terrible. I don't know. It still wigs me out. It still does. It still wigs me out a lot. So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you know, obviously we need a virus. Somebody needs to come up with a virus very, very soon. We need a virus for this thing. Now here I kind of made a mistake. Like I accidentally colored like stuff in here, and I screwed up. So this still looks a little bit green, and I erased it as best I could. I don't think I can get any more of it up. I mean, I'm gonna try, but I don't think I can get. When I erased the mistake, I tried to get as much up as I could, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more of it up. So we got like little hints of green, like here, in this circle. Got a little bit more of it up, but it's just not, it's not going to come up all the way. So we'll have to do the best we can with our oranges on these two, because I did kind of mess it up when I was doing this picture, but I'm thinking I can color over it enough that where it'll be all right. But yeah. And if it looks a little different, it looks a little different. You know, it can't be helped. I do the best we can. We do the best we can with what we got. So, but I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. So I don't know, guys. You guys tell me what you've been up to. And yeah, and also in case you haven't seen this one video I put up a while back ago, I am now an Avon rep. I am now doing Avon, and yeah, you guys, if you saw my first Avon haul, you will know that that is the case. And I do have another Avon haul to show you guys, which I will do. And I think in my videos, I'll go ahead and put the link to my e-store for Avon. That way, if anybody wants to shop, they can. So from now on, I'll go ahead and put the link to my e-store in the description section of my videos. That way, if anybody wants anything, you can order it from my e-store. And I will show you when I have hauls. I'll show you the hauls and stuff that I have. Yeah, this is going to look different. It's this one here is going to look kind of gray. Like this circle is going to look gray, but I can't do anything about it. I tried to get as much of the green up as I could. Just call it a mutant, I guess. We'll call this one a mutant and mutant 2. Mutant 1, Mutant 2, or Mutant and Mutant Junior. I don't know. It is what it's going to be, folks. It is what it's going to be. But yeah, we'll finish up these circles, and then I think I'll wrap up the video. And then I'll see what I can do with this off camera, and we'll come back, and we'll probably come back and finish it. Okay, I'm having to color over this a little bit because it doesn't want to blend. There we go. That's a bit better. This circle here is just going to be really weird looking. And that one's just going to be really weird looking. Can't help it. Can't help it. Cannot help it. But I at least want to get all the circles done, and then we can come back and do the these little like frame areas and the little diamonds and stuff around it. Yeah, but so how many of you guys do like diamond paintings? Like, how many of you guys got into diamond painting? Long time ago, I bought one off of eBay for about $5. It's like a partial drill, like part of the picture is already filled in, and this one looks pretty easy, like it's a partial drill, but I haven't touched it yet. I don't know, I kind of think I may have, being that I am visually impaired, and it's such a small thing, like the beads are really small, the numbers are small, I might have a hard time with it. I'm thinking I might have a hard time with it because it is so small. So I haven't touched it. I haven't done anything with it yet. And I mean, now that I'm on my long table, I think I'd be more apt to, you know, to try to fiddle with it. But like, the numbers and all that are just going to be really tiny, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it that well enough to do it. I'd love to, but I got a feeling it may be a bit of a challenge for me. And if it is, I mean, that's the way it is. There's other stuff I do, you know. Not being able to do in diamond painting isn't going to be the end of the world, but oh, when I get the hankering, I will give it the old college try. I will give it the old college try. Just kind of see what we can do with it. See, this is, because I made that mistake and I couldn't get all the green up, these two are just going to look kind of stupid. They're really weird. These are going to be more like orangey, kind of, or not orangey, but kind of grayish sort of ones, but can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it, unfortunately. Alright, well, alright. You know what, guys? I think, yeah, we got like 2 more rows to do. Like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of these to do. But I think for the time being, I think I'm going to stop here because we've been at this a while, and I don't want this to go too terribly long or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. We did get quite a bit of chatting done. We got quite a bit of this coloring done. But I can come back and we can do a little bit more of this picture. Yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this little coloring gab. And if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. But it's really nice to kind of get back and doing these coloring gabs, old school style, you know. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit the like button. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, of course, and also hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new material is up and going. And I'm going to put the pencils back in my case upside down. That way I know which pencils I grabbed to finish up the coloring. Okay, so hit the notification bell, of course, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment and tell me what you think. But let me go ahead and turn off the OT light, and then we'll just kind of look and see our progress for here. So this is what we got so far on here. And yeah, so we'll talk to you guys in another video. You guys have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you all later. Keep safe and healthy, and keep coloring and all that good stuff, and we'll talk to you guys all later. All right, bye my little goldies.